Welcome back, Sports This Morning on Channels Television, wherever you are in the world watching us. We appreciate you. Let's have fun talking sports. Cecilia, let's bring it back home. Lagos State, we know what they did for sports last year, and then Lagos State Sports Commission now, they say they want to sustain the momentum of last year and even get better.
Yeah, you know, when you've started something that's really good, you don't have a choice. You know, it gets better. Once you set a standard for yourself,
right.
You know, you can't go down. So for them to have been able to sponsor about 96 sports, you know, last year, it tells you a whole lot about Lagos State, how they want to make Lagos more like the state for festival of sports, so to speak. Because in every aspect you're talking about, from chess to table tennis to basketball,
right.
you know, to school Olympics, you know, to boxing, you know, everything. You know, when they organized that school Olympics, I was like, this is beautiful, you know. Fantastic. Just involve all secondary school coming together, all kinds of sport. Is it in terms of athletics, you know, baseball, whatever you can think of.
We also saw I think the Southwest Badminton
Classic also. So the Governors Cup, the classics, you know, they were organizing, you know, during the former when Babatunde Rajafashilo was here. They didn't organize, you know, funding and all that. But then they're actually, you know, focusing on developing the ones they have here. So which is another good way to tell the whole world that, look, Lagos State is not just, you know, a center for excellence alone for every other thing, business and all that. It's also a state for sports. I think it's something really good and wonderful. And if they continue like that, who knows, the next Olympian, when I mean Olympian, I mean a good medal, it might just be from the States.
You know, Cecilia, they keep saying they want Lagos to be that one stop, you know, for any sporting activity, make it a sports festival city. They looked at the classics, they say it's doing so well, but we can do more by bringing other participants from different states. So the Lagos teams will have exposure, will have experience in competing. The Lagos Governors Cup, for instance, look at everybody that comes from far and wide, you know. We're getting ready for the Lagos City Marathon, you know. So they are looking at all of these and they're saying to themselves, if we could do this last year, this year we can get better. And I think Lagos State can do it. You know what? Let's listen to Adeniji Tinubu. He is the chairman of Lagos State Sports Commission. He says in 2070, they will be really, really busy. Let's listen to him. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
We've got a hard act to follow, but you know, we're very, very confident that we'll do it. Last year, we counted over 90 events that we either competed in, partnered, or sponsored. We've been talking with His Excellency, the Governor of Lagos, at Akinwumi Ambode, and he wants us to surpass that. He wants us to create a lot more variety, more opportunities, and all that. And the key thing, you know, using sports to empower the youths, creating the sports culture that Lagos should have, and then again letting Lagos become a destination of choice for sports events in Africa. So in the next, hopefully, a week or two, I'm hoping we'll have a press conference where we'll unveil our programs for 2017. But all I can tell you, we have some fantastic events coming up in Lagos in 2017. We're going to have facilities in Ekpe, Badagry, Ikorodu. By the grace of God, we're looking at developing the Maracana area, Alimosho, Abeson as well, putting structures in there. Because, again, we want to have that impact and create, you know, things outside the center. You know, so we want, yes, we're going to have things, be doing things in Ikorodu and Ekpe and all that. But, again, you know, it only gets more exciting and more interesting when you've got facilities in there. So from 2017, we're going to start doing stuff in terms of facilities all over Lagos.
And so after talking about how busy Lagos would get in 2017, Tinubu paused for a minute and said, wait, we need to fix facilities. Infrastructure must be on point if we are to get busy in 2017. And so a big ups to Lagos State. They're doing a lot for infrastructure development. They're renovating the stadium. He has just told us that they're going to go around the Maracana. They will go to Abeson. They will build a stadium at Ekpe. So we're waiting. All we need to do is monitor Lagos State and see if all of this will come to fruition. But they have said they will have a busy schedule in 2017, and we cannot wait to have it. It's Sports This Morning on Channels Television. Let's bring you into all of what we'll be doing this morning on the program. Don't just watch. Come, let us play for the love of the game. There's so much to talk about on Twitter. We're channels_sports, Facebook, channels-sports. You can send us an email, sportsthismorning@channelstv.com. What are you talking about? Let's make it a racy-pacey world of sports. Use the hashtag MPFL. Cecilia told you, match day 5 already here. Can you imagine? Match day 5 already. Let's see. Canoe pillars. They need to prove to us that they can come to Lagos and win. Last year, it wasn't easy. The crowd turned up. Let's see if they will turn up some more on Sunday. Plateau United. Can they give us another victory? They went to Gombe. They picked a draw. It's 3 wins for them and a draw now. Let's see if Plateau United can give us a victory against Abia Warriors. Match day 5 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. Hashtag Australian Open. Hashtag let's talk about rowing, canoeing, and sailing in Nigeria. Remember the name Chierika Okogo. Don't forget that name. She was at the Olympics, got to the semi-finals in her events. And the Federation, they said they want to sustain the momentum. What are they doing? How do they intend to give us more Chierikas? Also remember there's Jonathan Akinyemi, a board member of the Nigeria Rowing, Canoeing, and Sailing Federation, is with us in the studio. Her name is Professor Amina Kaidal. She is a woman of many feathers. I don't even know where to start. She's also a lecturer at the University of Maiduguri. Good to have you on Sports this morning.
Thank you very much. Nice to be with you.
Good to be with you too. And let's begin this way. Let's stay with the topic. Let's stay why you came to Lagos, the open trials for the African Sprint Canoe Championship.
Yes.
How are we doing with that?
Yeah, it's going on very fine. We are having the finals trials today. And we have a lot of states represented at the trials. So the trials is for the Under-23 Championship in Morocco. So we are hoping to get the best out of the athletes.
Okay. That's you're talking about the Africa Canoe Sprint Championship. That's in March.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you know, you were expecting so many states coming in, but from reports we have about 9. We have about 7 states now, and 2 from clubs: Osun, Oyo, Ondo, Delta, Bayelsa, Ogun, Plateau. Why do you have so few? Why are the states so few? What happened?
Well, you know, the Federation New Sport, so many people in the states in the north, they are not really, you know, very much into canoeing now. So we are just trying to make sure that, you know, next time, we get more states from the north to come and participate. If you look at the spread, it's just kind of a Western. Yes.
Okay, so let me get there now. You are in Maiduguri.
Yes.
You know, we understand the unrest that was there and all that is eased up now. And how are you been able to, because you are definitely representing that state. How is chairman, the board right now in Maiduguri being able to bring out, you know, athletes that really want to compete? What are their challenges?
Okay, yeah, you know, the board in Maiduguri is it has just been inaugurated. Actually, it was when I became a board member of the federation that I went back and said, wow, we have to start something. You know, we have these legs around, but because of the insurgency, it's not easy to bring people, you know, to that place. It's a little bit on the outskirts of Maiduguri. So that's what we are looking at. So the board members are just recently formed.
Okay.
And
how recent?
Yeah, just about 3 months or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see that we are conspicuously absent in these trials because some of them feel because they are fishermen, maybe we should bring them to start. But you see, the boat they use as fishermen is different from the rowing boat. So when they get into it, we can see that so many are just falling off the water. Okay. You know, so and because of the distance, you know, we said no, let's pipe down a little. Then in the next stage, maybe we'll be fully represented.
Every federation that has come to this program complain about funding, but we want to appreciate federations that, despite the problems, they still go all out, do competitions, you know, host tournaments here and there. How have you guys been able to cope with this issue of funding? Seriously,
the issue of funding is a very big one, and it's very unfortunate. Because I'm a sport person. I'm in the Department of Physical and Health Education. And I know how much I appreciate sport. But in Nigeria, I don't think, you know, the government, you know, really appreciate what people are doing in sports. Yeah. We want to take the, to take the, what will I say it now? To take the credit. Okay. When it comes to people winning and all this. But we are not ready to put in anything. If I tell you that for the past how many years, we have not received a single kobo from the government, all the federations. In fact, yesterday when we had our board meeting, you know, our president had to be calling some other president to confirm, have you received money? They said no. You see, as a board member, you come for a meeting, you pay for your way, you pay for everything, you know. If you are not interested, you won't do that. Yeah. But thank God to our president, honestly, the man has spent too much on this sport. He has spent too much. If you see,
who is that? Who has spent so much?
No, our president. Oh, okay. Yes, okay. Our president. You know, if you go now, you will see even the boats that we are using, they were donations. To even clear that the boats when they came, it was a tug of war. He paid millions to clear them with customs. Now, where to even keep the boats is another thing. He spent over 3 to 4 million now just to make where we can safely keep these boats. They can't just be left lying down on the beach like that.
And Cecilia, we can understand this because retired Rear Admiral Festus Pobeni was in the Navy, understands this, has passion for it, and that's why it's putting all of this into it.
Honestly, he has real passion. But then what happens? If somebody else comes and doesn't have the resources, it means the sport will die. That is what is happening.
That's the point I was going to make, because I understand that this particular trial is the one also sponsoring.
He is the one sponsoring this trial.
I'm thinking, what if you don't have it and you just pick athletes from different states? Okay, let's go to Morocco, Casablanca, just compete. Whatever happens, we are coming back. But then at the end of the day, after these trials now, you definitely pick the best athletes.
The best athletes.
Then you have a close camp or open camp first?
Well, we'll have open camp first. Then, if we can, maybe give them some few weeks or days to come into a closed camp. So that is the thing that is happening.
Okay. Now, yes, it started. The trial started yesterday, 26th, and it's going to end today. So, what did we witness yesterday? I mean, how did the players, the athletes, actually, came up and embraced?
No, the athletes are really in high spirit. You know, they want to exhibit the skill that they have, and from the standard, I can say yes, we are moving on. Because from the timing that they are giving us, it seems there is a good progress in what is happening. So, but a lot of them still need more training, really more training, because it's not just what they were showing yesterday. We need something more than that, and that is why we are pleading for a longer period of this close camping, so that they will be with the coaches, and for us to be able to have a good result. And we can't do these things without resources, without funds.
Okay, now I understand why you say you're pleading for it, because I was going to ask you, because what we learned is that you have an open camp and later a closed camp. I feel the period of the camping will depend on the federation, but it depends on how funds will come, how long you can actually keep the athletes together for training.
Yes. Because you see, it's not just you keep them; they have to be fed, properly fed. Athletes have to be properly fed, and their accommodation and everything in Lagos, we know what it is. Even if there are just 10 athletes that were selected at the end, we still need funds to be able to maintain them. And talk of the trip.
Wow, this funding.
Yes.
Let's stay focused. That's what I can say. Some information for you. The forthcoming Africa Canoe Spring Championship will take place in Casablanca, Morocco. It is scheduled for 26th of March to the 2nd of April 2017. And Team Nigeria, they have started preparing. There's an open trial going on now in Lagos, where they will pick successful athletes that will start getting ready for that championship. But as you listen to Professor Amina Kaida, the problem of funding is still an issue. So let's develop rowing, canoeing, and sailing in Nigeria. The Federation cannot do it alone, but you and I can do something, If you're a fan, if you love water, You just see water, you're excited, you love boats, you can actually be part of this development. You know what, let's take a breather now. When we come back, Professor Kaida will tell us what the Federation intends to do to develop more Chieri Kaukogus. Don't go anywhere, stay.